sovereignty has taken the facility.
So, playing some PlanetSide. It's been a while since I played this, so I thought, you know what, I need to play this. I got into such a horrendous day at work. Long story, but basically just the hell and turmoil with corporate real estate. I know, exciting, isn't it? I could talk to you really long and hard about the wonders and the vagaries of rents and such things, but I won't, don't worry. So yeah, PlanetSide, I think it's one of those games. Again, I dropped it for a while and I've just picked it up again and I've been playing it, and I decided to use some of my certificates up and I ended up wasting them all on this terrible sniper rifle. Look at this shit. You fire it, right, so you get a shot out and you have to scope and to reload. I mean, Jesus, this is supposed to be the future, isn't it? So yeah, that's 100 cert points, so that's a bit of a gutter. I thought it might be a one-shot kill sniper rifle. I was wrong. It's probably something to do with skill. Let me know, put in the comments how I'm a incredible noob or something. But yeah, I just feel gutted. I really wasted 100 certificate points on it. So like I say, a bit gutted about that, but hey. So you join the action. We're in Indar, and we're kind of assaulting the Vanu, who, and the reason I kind of kept this footage is because I thought this was just amazing. We're fighting over a gully, and it's very reminiscent of some of, I guess, the Indian campaigns the Empire once did. Yeah, I know, I'm talking about the British Empire. Haha, I used to have one, but this is just always reminding me of some of the stories I used to hear about and so on. That, you know, great big rifle battles happening over gullies. So I thought, you know, pretty good fun. In terms of, I think, really the action, we're kind of all snipers on this side, and I'm not exclusively playing snipers. I guess I certificated a sniper up, only because I just got a bit sick of the normal rifle. It's a bit weak, a bit crap. So I thought I'd maybe sort of skill that up a bit. But to be honest, I've thrown my bloody points away. Oh well. I wish I had spent them on the Mosquito, because I am absolutely loving playing aerial units at the moment. I'm a big fan of tanks still, playing, you know, with Prowlers and Lightnings quite a bit still, but I just think I've had so much fun with the Mosquito. I want the rocket pods, and I even contemplated doing a microtransaction to get some, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm at that point in my life yet where I'm really willing to spend you know, hard-earned dollars on a rocket pod. I don't know, probably am actually, because I'd love to go and own some people with it. But so yeah, I'm just suffering away with this bloody awful rifle. If I've got this wrong, tell me, please. Somebody put me out my misery. Put me in the comments that, like, oh no, you got to do this, this, and this with it, because it just seems, well, crap. It doesn't seem any more powerful than the other one, and it basically just. It's just stupid that you have to kind of you have to cock it, literally cock it every time you want to shoot it. That's got to be wrong. Am I not using it right? Why don't they come with manuals? Anyway, so yeah, we're basically on the other side. Thank God for the Sundra here, because obviously we're all kind of using it to spawn and ammo up. But yeah, I think it's yeah. You can see here I'm actually changing back to the other rifle, the stock rifle, and that shows you how bad that one was. Once again, I know I've gone about a lot, but we're kind of suffering with no air cover. We've got a huge number of enemy units. You see, we've got a few. Well, that guy's just basically owning us. We've got you know, a few like mosquitoes and such buzzing around, but yeah, we're not doing terribly well. So you know, what can you do? As you can see here, just getting a few snipes on, and again, you know, this isn't necessarily exclusively a sniping video. I just thought it would be, you know, a good thing to kind of show. Had a good few fights actually. I probably played for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, and again, I'm just blown away by how you can spawn pretty much anywhere. Okay, you can't spawn in the middle of nowhere, but you can spawn on any of the kind of flashing map icons. Oh, look at that! That's so sweet. Down you go, son. So you can spawn anywhere in the map, and you can have a really good game. And I've been doing a bit of infiltration as well, having a bit of a play with that. Not very good at it, to be honest, but I don't know, I quite like it. It's a good sort of mechanic. Prey. Oh, this is, yeah, Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay, I didn't kill him, but oh, just love it. And I think there's some really kind of interesting battles to be had kind of anywhere in the map, and I've had a few really good ones where there's been actually very few people. It's been obviously a squad. I joined the squad and we basically hit somewhere using the galaxy, and lo and behold, we actually probably bumped into this similar sort of size squad from the enemy. It was the Varnier, and I think it just lent for a really kind of, it was actually a battle of attrition where usually you could just run, die, spawn, run, die, spawn, run, die, spawn, blah, 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 over and over. But with this, it was actually, we couldn't die, because actually if we died, there was no way to technically respawn, well, terribly easily. So it was really kind of quite tense, because the gunfights actually had a bit of severity to them. And I loved that. I thought that was very, very tasty, because it gave a really kind of nice sincerity, I guess, to the whole battle. We lost naturally. I think it was just, it was like watching a bullfight. It was so painful, but you know, I enjoyed it. It was it was good fun. Particularly loving battles at night. As you can see here, the sun's going down, and we're getting some beautiful footage. I don't know how it looks. Look at that pro. I should Photoshop in like pro symbols and stuff. No, I'm kidding. I think that's probably my first or second kill of the entire day. But anyway, I think the thing with sniping is it does give you a reward. I think if you do get a good kill, you do feel like you've earned it. It's not like you know, well, it's not like Daisy or something like that, where if you've got it's 50 or you've got something particularly meaty, you just literally shoot someone in the leg or in the foot and they die. I don't think there's not as much value to that. In this, you kind of had to work to get your kills, and I think I kind of appreciate that, but I guess that's part of the game, really. So you can see here we're just kind of counter sniping. There's a few tanks rolling now. I think we're just trying to stop their anti-armor, and I've noticed a trend actually. The more and more you see, the kind of assaults of tanks in that, the majority of players spawn as anti-tank, and I think you've seen the particularly pro players now really exploiting that, because they'll do a Zerg rush with tanks, and then what they do is they basically then almost do a second wave of things like snipers and so on, and it's quite cunning, because what you're then seeing is people spawn as anti-tank to try and, because they think they're about to get hit by like 10-15 prowlers, and the reality of it is actually they've duped them into spawning into a class that maybe they don't need. I'll show some footage of that maybe in the next video, because I was just sitting there thinking, what the hell's going on? As a level 78 player killed me, and I was like, 78? Seriously? It's like, how on earth could you get to level 78? Anyway, I was actually impressed. I wanted to kind of congratulate the guy. Hey, if you're a level 78 and you're watching this, kudos to you, my friend. Kudos. So basically, yeah, I think it was quite an interesting thing where you had, basically a feint going on, or feint going on, because what they were doing was basically duping them into an incorrect respawn of class, and I thought that's quite clever. So yeah, I think the tactics, certainly now that you're seeing the majority of the players become veterans, I think you're also seeing less new players join as well. I don't know if that's true, but it certainly feels that way. Which is a good thing, I guess, but you're getting less easy kills and you're getting a lot more skilled players. And I guess it's becoming a bit like the first PlanetSide, where all of a sudden you didn't really see any new players whatsoever. You basically ended up with, massively skilled players, basically, killing anybody who wasn't even as half as good as them, which is a dangerous business model, I might add. But then again, Sony already have pretty much a harvest date for this program anyway. As soon as it hits a particular revenue or a particular time, then they're done. It's from this point forward, it's just cash. And I think eventually, once the brand is done, that's when you'll see PlanetSide 3. But I'm talking years away. Yeah, I still think there's a huge number of players who seemingly play, so that's obviously a good thing. I think they're doing quite well at the microtransactions as well, because for even me to be considering it is quite an impressive thing. And I think the barriers to do it is quite good. I think it's pretty easy to do microtransactions and so on. Look at that, 2 shots on the guy and he's not dead. Ugh, pro, utterly pro. Okay, yeah, I took about 4 shots. Give me that. Just give me that moment where I feel like I've actually done something that isn't completely pointless. And I think really, you know, the kind of thing with PlanetSide is certainly when I played, having not played for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month, having played this game, I was just blown away by how pretty good the players were. There seemed to be some really tight-knit squads, outfits, coordinated groups who seem to be using comms and chat a bit more, which is also good to see. So, you know, for example, when we spawned at the warp gate, immediately people were loading into galaxies, and it looked very regimented. I'd never seen that before, so I was actually quite impressed at the, I guess, the organisation of it, because certainly when I played it before, everybody was running around like monkeys with shotguns going woohoo, and it just didn't have any coordination at all. I think I've run out of ammo here, and I'm just kind of getting a bit annoyed. Can't remember really. See, look at that guy, basically, just crazy. So yeah, a bit snipey, bit snipe heavy this footage. I think next time I'll do some more vehicles. I did have an absolute blast in the lightning tank. I'm a big fan of that tank. I usually prefer prowlers, but I've got to admit lately I've just had a real, I don't know. The thing to me, I mean, I'm probably wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. But to me, the lightning tank is almost anti-infantry and anti-really small stuff like buggies and stuff, because there's something quite, and I'm talking the stock lightning here, not the armor-piercing one. It, you know, that 6 shots in a row kind of thing is just particularly good at mass squad, you know, bombardment, and particularly like, you know, I'll probably show it in the next video, but we hit a base, and there was a squad of troopers literally stood by their Sunderer, and I just literally fly into the into the fray and let rip with all 6 shots, and I kill, you know, good sort of 4 or 5 of them in a go. And I was quite impressed actually, because that's you know, that's quite impressive firepower even from the stock tank. And I haven't really upgraded it that much, other than the acquisition timer, which I've done for pretty much most of the vehicles now because it's cheap. It could, and also just because it sucks to have to wait like 10-15 minutes to get a bloody tank. So I've done all of them, but I'm kind of, and again, you know, maybe give me some suggestions on what you would recommend for upgrades for the Prowler and the Lightning, because I do really prefer those two vehicles. I did actually have a fair few upgrades on the Sunder as well, but I'm just not very good at placing it. I also find that there's never really a shortage of Sunderers. I guess it's because you get such a good bonus from the spawn. So particularly if there's a mass battle, it's a bit of a waste of time spawning a Sunderer if there's already 5 or 6 on the field. But having said that, I guess that's probably how a proper offensive is stalled, because you do actually take out their ability to spawn. And I've seen that actually a few times where some pretty snazzy, clever players have actually taken out the Sunderers. They've not actually focused on the enemy army coming at them. They've actually focused on the Sunderers respawning, and that's really what they've done. I've actually been quite impressed with how they've catered for that. So I just respawned as engineer. Yeah, literally, I'm just trying to get some ammo out, because there just doesn't seem to be. We're just firing, you know. We're getting lots of lead in the air, and it just seems like we're not really, getting much ammo respawn. So, and that's pretty cool, isn't it? Because you actually get your ammo, you get points for respawning of ammo. So obviously that's quite an incentive to do it. I think actually I quite like that across the board. They've really thought about how can I make people not act like dicks in this game, and make them and force them to work as a team. And I think, you know, if nothing else, they deserve an award for doing that, because let's face it, in this day of computer gaming and internet fuckery, there's nothing more fun than really pissing with people. And I just think they've actually negated it in this game, because they reward you to actually help somebody. So, you know, kudos to them for that. Again, I think it's just, I think a lot of games could learn from this, because they assume that people will be like, oh, you're my internet buddy, I'll look after you. No. People who are in the same guild love to mess with each other. So it always seems a bit crazy that they're doing that. So as you can see here, a lightning, or whatever that is. I can't forget what they're called. That's about to completely fuck me up. So there we go. I haven't flown that yet. I'm actually going to give it a go one day, because I'm quite impressed with that. Alright, so we fast forward a little bit. I'm doing a bit of infiltration here. And as you can see, we shot down a dude in his flyer. And we're just waiting for him to respawn. And then we're going to do something very nasty to him. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Oh yeah. Feel it, son. It's crap in it. I know, crazy shitty play, but I did make me smile. And basically, nobody was on that base. That's the beauty of it, is that nobody was even attacking that base, and it's just by chance I happened to be there. Okay, so fast forward again, and this is just the last bit of footage. I just, wanted to put this in because I was mesmerised by the pretty lights, and I just think again it's incredible, really, the engine in this thing. It doesn't seem to slow down for anything, and I'm a few crash issues lately, though, I will say. I mean, every time I play, it usually crashes about 2 or 3 minutes in, but then it's fine after that. So, God knows what that is. But just the, and I'll probably show it in the next video. Oh, crikey, that was close. We've had some really, just smash that guy, we've had some really incredible tank battles lately. Again, I just assume the skill levels are up, so people know what to spawn and such. And we took a base, and then everybody migrated south because that was the next target. Would you believe there must have been about 40 tanks in the way, and it was actually like the M25. It was rush hour on this highway, to the point where nobody could move, and it was congestion. God's honest truth, congestion in the middle of Indar. So I thought that was particularly good. I'll share that in the next video, particularly because there was actually a point where we hit a shield wall, so nobody could go any further yet. Nobody was willing to get out their tanks and actually jump over the wall or through the force field even, and go and bloody sort out the shield. So we all sat there for probably quite a while. But again, this is the beauty of this game. It's a little bit daft, and I do like that. Oh wow, I didn't realise that was a Sunder actually. Until now do I look at it and see that actually, yeah, it's crazy. So probably the limitation of the lightning is it's not particularly powerful. You can upgrade the turret, I saw, but I think that's the point of the lightning. I like it. It's kind of anti-infantry, repeating, pounding kind of gun. Although crikey almighty, I almost got blown up there. So look at this. This is footage of me running like a girl, running. And everything I do, I always find I'm repairing. I must repair each tank like 10, 15 times. Oh no, don't kill it. So at this point, I'm literally just thinking, right, get GTFO. And I managed it somehow. Somehow I managed to actually get away from the fray. And again, what was killing us was some dick with rocket pods. Not that I'm jealous, but yeah, I want rocket pods, because that was one flyer basically. Forgot to put the handbrake on. That was one flyer basically stopping about 4 or 5 tanks and about 10 troops. So that's pretty impressive when you think about it. That shows you the power of some of the massed air units here. So definitely going to certify up to do more in the Mosquito, if only for the fact that they're pretty awesome. So back into the fray, and you'll notice everyone's dead. So at this point, I wasn't actually entirely sure. I thought maybe they'd moved on, but nope. Actually, everybody was killed. Although we did get that Sunder in the end. That's pretty funny. And I think at this point, again, we're in the satellite, so this is actually just one of the areas around the big base that we were fighting at. So this was, I mean, I don't even think it was a primary spawn. And there's someone shooting at me. Went away again. And I think this is the beauty of the game, because actually what we had is this. I think the central base ahead of that, you can see there, is actually where we were fighting. But the beauty of it is that people were spawning, the enemy was spawning from every single location around this site, meaning that we couldn't particularly force defense on one part of the area. So again, just love that concept that you almost have to be tactical. What it is, it's pure tactics, that you actually have to channel and restrict your enemy into certain parts of the map. And also, I've just realised as I drive into this base that we're losing it big time. As you can see, they've got enemy all over this place. And I think it's only, oof, yeah, I'm in probably the wrong place, wrong time, and I just can't shoot anything that close. And some of these players, my God, levels, like I said, level 78. You're joking? Come on, man. Level 78. What's that about? Have you not gone out in all this time? Have you not literally left your view room? And there we go, and I'm down. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be certainly back with more videos of this nonsense very soon.